Game should be starting up now. As usual, quick check just to make sure everything is working before I start. Can everyone hear me? Good. What was happening is everything was running slower than what I expected, so I thought something was lagging out. One of those days. So welcome to the stream, Jedok, YouTube, Mr. Lee, Excalibur, Eduardo, YouTube, Jedok, Mr. Lee, Leonardo, as well as everyone else, and Jerryman, and all the lurkers. Thank you for joining the stream today. Now just waiting for Mega Man Maker to start up and I should be all good. Nope, I'm perfectly fine. It's just my throat. The other thing is that Mega Man Maker servers are acting up a bit. Eternal termination? Oh. Okay. Now let's see if this works. Well, it's under control now, at least. So let us begin. Greetings, everyone. My name is Ettervel, and welcome back to my Let's Play Mega Man Maker. In this 50-second live session, I'll cover a combination of both VRSmith levels and levels that I found online, primarily the former. If you want whatever levels to be covered, please leave the level ID in the live chat, either on YouTube, Twitch, or Mixer, and I'll get to it. But make sure not to spin more than 2 levels at a time, otherwise I'll start to skip over them. Feel free to submit levels made by different authors, but make sure I haven't already covered it. If you want to make sure I haven't already covered it, check out this link. And this link is the link to my level queue, to see if it's on the list. So I'll be starting off with this stage, Megaman 10 Boss Refights Until Update 10 and 11 by A1WOS, with 37 plays and a score of 7. Yep, Excalibur on the 3 major services. Not everything, but a lot of them. Yeah, there was a much longer stage that broke through the title. Only 8 boss rematches, thankfully. No charge shots, so... Well, at least I get full refills. I guess he was replacing Solar Man then. And he had his revenge. Yep, clipping. Now Sparkman, replacing Sheepman, I guess. Rubber ball, after all. Pump Man works too, but I never thought of as a shield-based RM. Napalm Man, replacing Commando Man. Hey, make sure not to hold anything on the controller when getting out of here. At least on the control stick or D-pad. Toadman. I guess he's Pump Man then? Spring Man, pretty good, Squiggs. After a short delay, I started the stream. Metal Man. I guess Nitro Man. In that case, his weakness should be the Chill Spike. Yep. Chill Man. Because he was weak to the Solar Blaze. And I didn't want to go in there. Just wanted to get off the ladder. Hi, Banta. Last but not least is Nightman. I guess Blade Man? Which boss was weak to the Commando Bomb? You already have a level on the queue, Squiggs, but I'll cover it after that, I guess. And that's it. I was asking who was weak to the Commando Bomb. I guess it's Blade Man then. Yeah, check the level queue, Squiggs. Just to be sure. I thought I put a command in, but it's not working. Anyways, that was just a Mega Man 10 boss rush with Roadmaster stand-ins, that's all. Second up is Frosted Drops on Ice by Sheena the Absolutes, with 11 plays and a score of 1. Nope, not yet, Queen. We have to wait for Thanksgiving, probably. I'm getting more antsy as it gets more delayed. Oh well, more time for other games, I guess. I'm thinking in the future to start shelving the evening streams for Mega Man Maker and replace them with other indie games. And perhaps another fan game stream, I guess. I already have at least 60 games to play on my queue. This time I'm using the Metal Blade. I guess keeping jumping works. Yeah, that's the one. You scroll down to see the newest one too. Thanks, Watcher. I put it below because I'm trying to reschedule it a little bit, depending on who else submits. I know Game Master Man will be there. Oh, I said the Game Master Man is gonna eventually attend the stream, so I've also noted down their level elsewhere. If they don't show up though, I won't add it to the list. Yeah, a bit too much enemy spam. In the first section, you can get by jumping enough, but it's getting a bit problematic here. Especially when entering there with the Watcher. Bye. Hi, Deadwoman. How did that not damage me? The main issue with this stage is enemy spam, because outside of that it's not really memorable or has a distinct gimmick. It did for the first section, but it didn't really elaborate on it. Third up is Weapon Capsule Relay 36 by YouTube Social HD2 with 15 plays and a score of 1. The 36th iteration becoming a regular fixture on these weekly streams. All of you know the drill by this point, I suppose, but for anyone else new who's watching the stream, here's the rundown. Every 3 to 4 screens is dedicated to the use of a different special weapon, and every screen has its own background and foreground combinations. You can think of these as easy tutorial levels for every special weapon. Every special weapon featured, that is. Hi, Lipatio and J9. That's interesting, Dabuin. Showcase tutorials, yeah. It isn't the best tutorial, but it works, I guess, as a crash course. Reminder that this stream will run for about 2 hours. So currently there's about 1 hour and 45 minutes left. 1 hour and 50 minutes left if you want to stretch it. Are there any exo stars, Daibuman? For over a year now, Mr. Lee. Almost 2 years, I'd say. I hope so, Lipatio. Ah, gotcha, that makes sense. I really hope it's this year, otherwise it's a big missed opportunity. The perfect time would be Christmas or Thanksgiving. Especially after the release of Rock and Roll, which will very likely happen, barring delays, and perhaps another fan game. Yeah, it was renamed Mega Man Maker due to copyright. From a completely different company, by the way, not Capcom. Rock and Roll is an upcoming Mega Man Classic fan game. Yep, first with Roll, then Rock. Hopefully it'll be one of the fan games that's good, which stars Roll. Board up is Mega Saga Worksite by Jinox74 with 9 plays and a score of 2. Let's go through it with Rockman for a change. He needs more time to shine. Probably 40 to 50 screens long, I suppose. At least to get a very useful weapon. Well, mostly. Hi, Galaxy Man. Glad you can make it. Oh, I could watch Nova for days on YouTube and PBS's website. You mean astrophysicist? Before that, let's see the other route. There's a lot of interesting stuff you can see on YouTube anyways, as well as public broadcasting. What he really needs is more support from the devs though, and more features, I guess. Probably for next week, I'm going to refashion tonight's next live stream for covering level packs. Double Bombman. That was gonna happen once due to their jumping patterns in that cramped arena. Hey Sean, welcome to the stream. There was a checkpoint right after the boss, Mr. Lee. There isn't a checkpoint because this stage up until that point is fairly short. And it's the force weapon use stage anyway because we started with the dive missile. This wouldn't be so bad if I actually started with a life pickup or played not with Proto Man. That's what I wanted. See, the thing that makes Bombman more dangerous isn't really his bombs, it's his erratic jumping. And there's a checkpoint. Napalm Man's jumping is much more predictable though. After all, he only jumps once before attacking. For Bomb Man, it depends on several factors. That was a bit of a close one. I'll take the E-tanks, thank you very much. It's alright, J9. Correct, Daibuman, but that causes problems when you have weapons that multi-hit him, as we saw with the Gravity Bomb, Black Hole Bomb. I do, just not Troll or the more frustrating Kaizos. I remember that, Daibuman. Though this is less frustrating than that one was. That had a lot more instant death spikes. Which is why I'm okay with the more difficult Kaizo levels, even if I can't complete them. They're just designed for a different audience. And this is why I picked up E-tanks. Honestly, this is still as frustrating and difficult than Bomb Man. If you can't, just showcase the rest of the level in the level editor. Just cut your losses. I also made it harder than it should be by using their weakness. If I just use a dive missile, it would have gone much faster. I've seen several of them Squiggs. That's partly how I got much more used to how the oil slider works. There are some peculiar behaviors that aren't really straightforward. At first glance, that is. Game? That was strange. Uh-oh. I guess the game engine freaked out a bit and didn't set it properly. Of course they're immune to it. This is the optimal weapon to use. Well, at least it's not an intended soft lock. And it's a quick, easy fix. Fifth up is Metal Mine Normal by Lipatio, with 61 plays and a score of 19. And I added your level to my queue, Artyom, aka Heatman. I like the 16-bit variation more, but yeah, this is fine. It kinda gets repetitive over time though. It's designed for shorter bursts. Oh, I remember one of those level Squiggs about having to slow down and speed up. Yeah, they're frustrating. It only has an effect if you jump off Queen Monica or jump somewhere. Meanwhile, this stage is playing somewhat in slow motion, at about 80 or 90% speed. Oops. I didn't see that at all. I was paying too much attention to something else. Sure. What are you planning on remaking? You know, if this was another game, I would think there'd be fake blocks to the left or right. I tried jumping, but it lagged out. Sure, that'll do. Oh, there's another one there too. I thought there was only one over there. I think you may want to make these spikes stand out a bit more. And now I wait. Yoku blocks? Well, no Yoku blocks then. Do it. Anything is fair game. I never played any of the Disney games on the NES. I know, for example, DuckTales. This time, just make a run for it. I did play Aladdin for the SNES. Yeah, one of the few sets of licensed games that were actually good. All I know about the latter was it was quite difficult up until about the halfway point where it got easier. To be honest, that wasn't even the hardest level for me. The hardest level for me, at least from what I can recall, was the first Genie stage, due to the RNG platforms. Oof, I game over it several times there. That level didn't exist in the Genesis version, but in the SNES version. The volcano level is no slouch either. The only complaint I have with that game is probably its difficulty balancing. especially when you get enough hearts, but otherwise it's a fine game. I thought I had to use a concrete block there. I never actually rented any games. Well, to be fair, I did from friends, but yeah, I kind of miss. Any stage from Rockman R, Daibuman? Or Mega Man Ultra? Maybe not any stage from Mega Man Ultra, but... Or Mega Man 42? I'll either level Jerry Man once I'm done with this one. I was expecting this last section to get much worse, but thankfully it didn't. Sure, what's the huge problem this time? Can you brush up my memory on what Waltzman was? I can't have erased most of the game from my memory. Oh yeah, that stage. If commenters spam emojis in your chat, does that also count? These ideas have been used before, but at the very least, these are decent, I guess. I would say let the channels decide what is spam and what's not on their own live streams. The slow-mo actually makes this section easier. It's like I engaged bullet time or something. And bullet time off. Now, it's one thing if it actually breaks the other YouTube rules like illegal promotion or not actually disclosing promotions, but it's another thing if it's just, you know, just emoji comments. You should be able to distinguish between the two. Ow. And okay, if some channels decide they don't want that sort of thing and mark it as spam, that's on them. And if people decide to make alternate accounts to get around that rule, sure, then IP ban them. The rule breakers. Or if they decide to raid another streamer or YouTuber and they don't want the emojis, then sure, ban them as well. Super Fighting Robot? A lot of people have already done Rock Force. How about DOS Remake? Magmal? Wait, how do you get a copy of Rockman R2? Did you purchase it? I'll have to investigate this more. In the usual places. So mine over here. Mine over here. Thankfully it's a lower level to me, so I can't get pricked by them. This is where I probably don't want the Sonic Vision or bullet time. Yeah, do Super Fighting Robot or Magmal 2. They seem like good candidates. Well, probably should have left it down and let it go down by itself. Or use a top spin. Oh, you didn't play it? Okay. If I'm ever able to get a copy, sure, I'll play it. I've heard it's better, but we'll see. Hi, Zen. No comment. At least I didn't get impaled on the spikes. Seriously, this stage plays slower than several hundred screen levels. It'd be interesting to remake that level without its central gimmick, those being the really smart enemies. Well, second central gimmick. Probably. Well, but at least the fire enemies don't deal double damage to me while I'm on it. Oh. Welp. Slowdown helps here. I just realized that too, Mr. Lee. I probably said that statement several parts ago as well. Ended up forgetting. Reminder that some of Lipatio's normal stages are harder than their hard ones. Double jump there. I can't make it otherwise. Basically, you need to know when to reduce your speed and when to jump off and create your own one. I guess this means the boss is coming up. Yep. And that was a fun slider section. Bit difficult, but works. Oh, okay. Concrete shot. I mean hard knuckle. Now, if he would stop jumping like that. Thank you. Switching directions, the lag's not helping. Almost got it. It's over. The stomping and laggy controls are not helping matters. This was a sluggish stage. If it ran faster, I would have liked it more, but because of all the lag, I can't really give it a thumbs up. It took me essentially almost 20 minutes to complete the stage. Really should have been 10 to 15. Because design-wise, I give it a thumbs up. Next up is The Truly Treacherous Temple of 10 Tricky Traps and Trials by Squiggs, with 21 plays and a score of 2. Try saying that 10 times fast. Or twice as fast. I'll call it T to the power 8 from here on out. I'll call this stage T to the power 8 from here on out. I don't think that's the pro strat I had in mind, but it almost worked. Not quite. Could you use background elements to mimic it? Nice idea using the Didanes as this. Almost. There was a bit of a lag spike there because I reached the ending side. Basically, once you land on top of these, immediately jump off of the next one because it's most likely going to end up falling into the spikes. So every section has a different set of traps trying to kill us. That was a jar block section, the previous one was a Didane section, and the one before that was a jet bomb section. This is the Wanan section. Remarkably less deadly than before though. These are not instant-dead. Failure here doesn't result in you dying. Now hot dogs on top of Shadowland platforms. Crash lift section. How long can I survive for? Almost. I hit the side. Welcome to the stream, Pretty Lucky P and RedMax. But I'm glad to see you're back, though. If I can juke him, especially to the left, that's my best bet. Oh, whoa. This is gonna be a problem. That's why we're given this. Now it makes a lot more sense. This is essentially the room with all the ring platforms, ring and rainbow. Now this is the Colton shooting gallery and the Cossack platforms, being also assaulted by all the killer bullets. Getting back down is the hard part. Well, supposedly. I'd probably reorder the layout of all these traps though, the ordering, because right now the difficulty curve of the stage is kind of all over the place. Some of these trap sections are much easier than others. Like the first section was, I'd say, much more difficult than this one was. Almost. Problem is there's not enough room to get around there, so you have to be more careful. I'll save it for tonight, Lipatio. For a tool exploration stage, this is pretty fun. I like how this stage mixes things up very frequently. RM stage, fusion stage, or fortress stage, Jidok. Speaking of more difficulty, oh, I need it. Didn't quite make the jump. That spike is scary. I'll answer your question when I'm done with the stage. I should have been up there. Well, this is a bit tricky. Makes sense though, as this is the final section. There we go. And that's how we end the Temple of Tricky Traps. Favorite kind of stage? I say stages that force you to use the special weapons in creative fashions. Currently, I'd say this is one of my favorite levels of this episode. Seventh up is Labyrinth Zone by Artium234 version 2, with 33 plays and a score of 4, aka Heatman version 2. I would say Flare Man, especially on hard mode. His stage was the most frustrating for me on hard mode. The next equivalent would be Polar Man. Then again, this is from my experience doing it deathless and my Let's Play format. Trail Man was also another painful stage, but on repeated playthroughs, it got better. Sure, send it in then. Referring to Eduardo. Okay. Adding. One moment. Is this the actual Labyrinth Zone from Sonic 1? Oh no, another stage is a bit laggy. Nah, it's still there. Don't worry. I mean, it breaks less than YouTube at the very least. It's lagging about the same, Lipatio. That's one of the reasons why I swapped. Even though the chat messages come slower compared to YouTube on screen, at least I can guarantee it comes on. I do have to refresh it from time to time, but that's less of an issue of... that's more of an issue with caching. That's also part of the reason why I'm streaming to Twitch and Mixer, just to be safe. You've seen how YouTube can be a bit finicky. And most of the live streaming audience is on Twitch. Plus I notice more and more people are moving to Mixer, so... And Mixer does have its own set of advantages. Both Twitch and Mixer. Mixer due to the integrations, Twitch because of the better emotes. See ya, Mr. Lee. I'm a bit confused what to do here. I probably need to damage boost in by bringing the mine to the right. Because otherwise, I can't cross the gap properly. Hi, Red. I accept music mods. What do you have in mind? It's not my PC, it's just this level. I'm not sure what's happening. I also do graphical mods, but please warn me in advance. I'm not sure what to do at this stage. Unless I can lure something down there. Sure. Maybe go up there then? Huge open screens underwater. Okay, I made it. I think you're not supposed to go down there then. Because unless you get another special weapon, there's no way you can make it. Yeah, large open screens and water. Water does bog down the game quite a bit. And this game doesn't really have dynamic loading of assets. It does set things to idle, I know based off the engine, but that's not good enough when you have large levels like this. At least I'm making progress now. Slow but steady progress, but... I know, there's a 7-second delay. I can react faster than what the chat box on the screen says because YouTube chat comes a bit faster. The problem is, putting that chat would prevent you from seeing chat from other places. Also, welcome, Jaden. And Pyrakid. Uh-oh. No, it's not my PC, it's just this stage. Because only one other stage in this episode had this lag problem. Welcome to the stream, Pedro. And yeah, I played Mega Man 4 Voyage Red. I think this is recreating Labyrinth Zone from Sonic 1, but even then, that stage wasn't this slow. I'm not sure, Zen. The other problem is that most of the stage is wide open. That's why it's lagging. I get the feeling that applying water adds a lot of overhead to the engine. See, now that I'm outside the room, it's a lot less laggy. And due to how the dynamic action works, it causes some problems, I guess. I was holding right. Had a problem with lagging controls. I don't know about how certain stages don't lag or not. That's true. There's probably a more optimal way of doing it, but combined with the lack of dynamic loading, well, you see the problem. Oh my goodness, that was a close save. At first I thought I had to drop into the pit there. And when streaming, you probably also played the level while you were not streaming. Yeah, that's it, Daibuman. Yeah, that's it, Diamond Wolf, sorry. I was thinking like if a custom engine made in C, C++, C#, whatever, where you actually dynamically, where you don't even load the object, where you don't even create the objects until they're necessary. Because in Game Maker, as Diamond Wolf pointed out, even if the objects aren't on screen or aren't supposed to be in use, they're just deactivated. Well, unless you use some custom coding things and create the objects dynamically. So that adds a processing overload or overhead. It's best to not even have the objects at all until they're necessary. C, C++. Then there's also the general overhead that Game Maker and Game Maker Studio have, which causes issues when you have a lot of objects like this. That's why I'm hoping Megaman X++ won't have these lag issues as much, because it's being built in C, C++, and Lua. Yeah, that could be it. YouTube chat is actually quite intensive compared to Mixer and Twitch. I just hope I'm getting to the end. This looks familiar. But it actually isn't. The reason for that is because of how full screen mode works on Windows. Of course, if we have exclusive... Of course, you can also have borderless window mode, but this game doesn't have that. That too, Squiggs. I sure hope there's a checkpoint nearby, because the Bowman encounter didn't have any afterwards. Thank you, Red. Every little bit counts. I wish you didn't have to make these leaps of fate. This is not good design. So I know there's something to the right. The question is, what? And I'm dead because I did the wrong direction. I don't really like this stage. It's laggy and there's too many leaps of fate, and there shouldn't have been a checkpoint after the boss battle. Even the original Labyrinth Zone wasn't this problematic. We didn't have this many leaps of fate. Okay, there was a checkpoint after the boss battle, so I retract that complaint. But still, please have less leaps of fate. I'll double check what it is once I'm done with this stage. I'll have to add 3 levels to the queue, basically. Oh, there it was. At least if we're dying, it refreshed the memory, so it's faster, I guess. Alright, one more. I will do your quest, Red, after I take a break. This stage is just the definition of monotony. Barely anything's happening. Frankly, this stage could do well if it was compressed. Yeah, that works. Basically, the stage is lagging too much, and it's too big, and it doesn't really do anything with its size. There's no reason for it to be this big. It's not like there are a bunch of enemies that we have to destroy. At least for Lipatio's stage, he actually did something with the size of the stage. And had unique challenges that... Because the moment-to-moment gameplay here between the challenges is too long. Okay, at least it's Toad Man. This ordeal is over. My least favorite level of this episode. Sorry, Heatman. Sorry, but... not really well designed. Alright, I'll take a short break and be right back. And I'm back. Time to answer some questions before resuming. That's why I have multiple accounts, Squiggs, and use a password manager. You should see the number of email accounts I have. Also, if you haven't already submitted a level in the past, feel free to submit your levels then. I didn't see it on the list. And as for Red... Yeet! 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 Anyways, 8 up is Megaman 2 EX by Japanise Tamago, with 24 plays and a score of 3. I guess migrate over to another email then. Well, at least that's good, I can't get back in. I'll eventually have to replace my passwords on a regular schedule too. Yeah, too many accounts in the past stored your password in plain text. Or they didn't hash your passwords and salt them. Yeah, that's a horrible idea. At the very least, even for the time, they should have hashed it. But nowadays, they should do hash, salting, and add other things. Let me guess. The entire tables were leaked. The reason why you want to hash, salt, and do extra stuff on the passwords is in case the databases get released, they're not really useful unless you have the original password. Oh, that works too. Oh boy, force beams. I forgot, Megaman 2. Well, at least there's a checkpoint right before the section. Well, that was easy. So that's why we have this. One moment, please. Thank you. Is this the item 2 section? Well, I'll think about that. Can you resubmit the link for the music, Red? YouTube may have eaten the YouTube chat may have eaten it. When I get the atmosphere. Red, please resubmit the link in chat, just in case. Could be worse, at least he was only hungry, it could have been starving. I guess this existed. Your level's up next, Red, so please submit it. The music file or a link to it, unless you already did so in Discord. In which case, I'll go check it right after this stage. 9th up is Rockman Redux Challenge Snakeman Reimagined by QuickManX, with 11 plays and a score of 1. aka Eduardo. Alright, fixing chat. I know what the problem is. Here we go. Chat is still dead. I'll fix it after this level. And we start with some of the special weapons from Mega Man 3. The reason why I'm using Restream is because it's better than YouTube's. And because I'm also streaming to Twitch and Mixer, so I want the chat messages from there to come here. Because I also have YouTube's, I think, chat over here, but let me check. Oh, that won't work the way I hoped. The YouTube chat itself is the thing that's lagging most. Well, that's one way of replacing the cloud platforms. As well as another way of replacing the big snakey. Of course, they share the same weakness as Snakeman. Yeah, I know this chat. I can finally fix it now. There we go. Mind you, if YouTube was having issues with that, I wouldn't be able to fix it. Well, not as straightforward, at least. Again. Well, to be fair, there are two big snaky bosses, so it makes sense, I guess. And we made it to the end. Because of how those platforms are positioned, the double Cupman encounter is actually more dangerous than a big snaky. Odd lag there. So like Mega Man 11, where the boss and mini-boss of the stage actually share the same weakness. That's what I did. The problem is YouTube chat is broken. Let me see if I can bring it up. Alright, Red, did you... Okay, you submitted it in Discord. Thank you. I'll download it right now. Hi, Pyrakid. I won't restart, Rad. I know what your stage is going for, so it'd break the flow and whatnot. Okay, I have the file. You didn't really need to upload it in a RAR file because it was only just one file. And I'm also downloading Pyrakid's level, so that'll go into the folder right now too. And that should be that. Tenth up is Towards a Bright Future by Radwane Fouad, with 5 plays and a score of 2. As this level has an NSF file placement, I'll be silent for the first minute or two of the stage. I'll be boosting it up. And yes, I got your level, Pyrakid. I'll cover it after Jason's level. Here we go. Boosting audio. I already recognize this team. Are you sure you sent the right file? I think something went wrong with this. He sent me an NSF file placement, but... Wait, something's... Hold on. Because that's literally the file you sent me. It's called Megaman 6 Wily. But there's only one file there, Red. Yeah, and I replaced it, and that's what's playing. Let's try it again and see if it changed. See, same song. I think somehow you mixed up the NSF files because I'm replacing it, but there's no change. Let me rev up my NSF file player just to be sure something isn't else going wrong. Alright, let's try it this way. If it fails again, I'm going to reset Mega Man Maker because I think what's happening is Mega Man Maker is caching the audio file, so it's not replacing it properly. I did. I think what's happening is Mega Man Maker is caching it. Now let's see if it works this time. Still, okay. Give me a moment, I'm just resetting Mega Man Maker. It's not replacing the file. Because I decided to do something. Let me show you something. It's gonna be spoilery, but... Can you hear this? Can you hear this? See, this is the song that's supposed to play. I'm using on my NSF file player, but for some reason when I load it up there on Mega Man Maker, it's not working. This is a Mega Man Maker bug. Alright, now let's see if this works. Now, if this doesn't work, I'm going to download the file and try it out there. I have another hunch what's going on. I know exactly what this team is, but let's try again. Nope. Okay, I know what the problem is. I'm just playing the version of the level I downloaded. I think what happened is when you uploaded the level, you uploaded the level with the wrong music track. Alright, see? This is the music track that's playing the level. However, the one you want to use... Let's see. Just refusing to play it. I believe you, it's a Mega Man Maker problem. Okay, got it. Let's do it now. I'm just happy this is working now. Getting brighter and brighter. The music track it's playing is from Celeste. I remember it from the first part of Chapter 2. And that's it, we made it out of here. I had to move around several music folders, rename quite a few things before the Mega Man Maker actually realized the soundtrack is supposed to change. But glad this is over with. Eleventh up is Propeller Flights by RedMax with 18 plays and a score of 5. Sorry for all the technical issues. I would also ask if we'd boost the NSF file volume, but that may not be possible. Replacing is not supposed to be that difficult, but I guess it's a silly thing that we overlooked, or I overlooked, and/or caching, and/or something else. Yeah, Celeste I need to play eventually, probably on the channel. Did you play the final Chapter 9 episode, Daibuman? I've heard it's also pretty brutal. Ah, that's nice. Did you get the golden berries too? Impressive. I like the aesthetics of having the propellers down there. When you say ending, you do mean Chapter 8 or Chapter 9? I suppose you mean the latter. Oh, no checkpoint. Probably should have put a checkpoint in the middle of there, to be honest. Level was fine, I guess. Probably should have amplified the volume for the NSF file, though. Oh, yeah, speaking of which... That's better. From what I've seen other players, Chapter 9 is the hardest stage. It has to do with how some of the mechanics work out. Yeah, I like how the introduction of these enemies and gimmicks works, but I'd probably put a checkpoint nearby. Hi, Andrew. Welcome to the stream. I'm at the tail end of the stream, and I'm only gonna stream for about 30 more minutes or so. The first one. I'd probably put the checkpoint over here, in case a player dies, which is entirely possible, as we saw there. Okay, checkpoint's here. Probably move it a few screens back, though. It's double Tamas, what do you expect? I thought the rain was stronger. Even easier this time. Oh, that was a close one. I guess this is the climax of the stage, where I fail. The main issue I feel with the stage is I wish there was one more checkpoint in between each of these sections, or it was moved earlier. To be fair, these are fairly short, so they aren't too bad. I did, Andrew. I responded already. I'm just saying it sounds nice. Are you planning on playing the other modes too, or just that one? I know Power Battle and the Power Fighters. That's the Mega Man arcade game. You know, the ones where you play as Mega Man Proto Man and his sequel Mega Man Proto Man Base or Duo. I saw some playthroughs of them. If I get knocked off there, I can't hit it. Maybe not Super Nintendo, but PS1 would be better. Rain. And this is the part of the stage where it gets more difficult. Again, I wish the fans are not my friend in this engine. Try talking with RedMax, he's the one who created the stage. Yeah, it's cool. It's one of the only playable games where you can play as duo. Welcome to stream, Enigmatics. You're a new face here. I'm not sure if this stage is a copy or it's heavily inspired by yours. That's the last part. I'm kinda getting more frustrated with this stage. It is tough. And having to repeat this section over and over is not fun, exactly. I'd probably move and add one more checkpoint to the stage to make it a bit easier, but otherwise, stage progression is fine. It's just that it uses fans, and that's one of my less favorite gimmicks in the engine. Enemies are not dropping extra weapon pickups. I think it's because the PS1 version was made before the Sega Saturn version. And some of these jumps are kind of rough, like this one. Due to the invisible ceiling. And that one enemy there. I don't have charge shots either, so it makes the situation worse. And the caterpillar doesn't travel high enough either. At last, after several deaths, I made it. No checkpoint yet, seriously? That's why I want a checkpoint. The stage is kind of suffering from checkpoint starvation now. RedMax. See, this screen would be a good place for a checkpoint, but no, it lacks it. And this is quite next... And this has quite a few instant death obstacles, so... There's a problem. Still no checkpoint. I keep bringing this up because that's the main thing that's bringing down the stage. Okay, here it is. Remember, checkpoint placement should be based both on the length and difficulty of the stage. I'll see what I can do, Zen. Rockman stage was fun. Oh, there we are, Jason. I don't remember Rain Man being this difficult, though. And Daibuman's right. There's taking inspiration, and then there's inspiration, there's homages, but then there's a bit too many copies, I guess. No, I haven't. I only watched Let's Play of the first game, Andrew. Alright, for this stage, I'd say my main suggestion is please add more checkpoints, at least 1 or 2 of them. That previous section could have done well with that. See, checkpoint placement here is fine. RedMax is in. I played it, the SNES version, not the GBA version though. I don't have to deal with the screen crunch of the GBA. It's over. This stage is done. I like the challenge progression and how it was going initially, but the main thing that brings it down is some of the checkpoint starvation. Sure, Daibuman. Let's do it now. Sure, I see your level, Red. Give me 1 moment. And I added a level to the queue, Red. Yeah, 7 is really underrated. You can copy small parts of the stages as homages, but there is a point where it becomes problematic. Okay. Oh. Apparently I never played this stage before, so let's do it now then. MM10 Rainman by QuickManX with 58 plays and a score of 12. We're gonna do a comparison this way. Okay, I'll remove from my list. I'll just see the starting part. Yeah, good point. I'll just see the starting part. Mega Man times something? I can certainly see the inspiration right now. I'll end my playthrough once I get to the first checkpoint. Oh, okay. Triple already. Oh. This room structure is pretty similar. This is different though. I think you took a bit too much. Well, you went beyond inspiration and went on to copying. For example, how many of you know my stage Conveyor Mayhem from Magmal 2? Alright, from my base assumptions of the first section, it's a little bit too uncannily similar. I feel he went past the inspiration, kind of went past homage, and went to a little bit too much copying. See, I like the ideas of the stage, but I feel it needs something more distinct to stand out from the other stage. Now, if you said something like Rain Man Remix, then I'd be a bit more okay. Well, you probably want permission from Daibuman first, but I see the problem. I'll play the full stage later. It seems interesting. Now on to the next level. It was submitted to me by Pyrakid. If I can figure out what the name was. Okay, Shadow. Shadow.JPEG by How Is That? Going back to what I was saying, for those familiar with my stage Conveyor Mayhem, I actually took inspiration from multiple different games. For example, one of the central gimmicks being the moving ladders, the other one being the sideways crushers. Especially the sideways crushers, because they were actually taken from a combination of Rock Force and Mega Pony. And yet, no one actually pointed it out, until I actually pointed it out. Because I didn't really copy any of the sections from those games. Inspiration is fine, you can do some homages, but wholesale copying, not really. Now, you're offered more leniencies if you're trying to remaster or remix an earlier stage, but even then you want permission. Yeah, it's not a wholesale copy either. The previous stage. The one before Daibuman. It just took too much. It basically just copied too much of the aspects. Yeah. Similar would be fine, very similar, but as you saw, some of the rooms are just carbon copies gameplay-wise outside of aesthetics. And that's fine, it's an inspiration, and even if you tried remaking the stage in Mega Man Maker, it'd be pretty different because that's a 3D game, this is a 2D game. There's a point where carbon copies become impossible, for example, adapting one gameplay style for another, a completely different one. Oh, of course, no checkpoint. Take that as a lesson then, RedMax, for your future stages. I get the feeling that this stage is still a work in progress, because usually there would be a checkpoint before the boss. Yep. Remember to cite your resources and or ask for permission. But I guess you learned your lesson, so... Yeah, at that point, it's more of a call-out. Zen. And yeah, that's problematic. Cutman version 2. This wouldn't be so difficult if it was Shadow Man. And if Cutman didn't jump all over the place. And I wish I had charge shots. Ah, that was a close one. This really felt like a work in progress stage, like it's halfway done. Well, if you call it Homage Man, perhaps it'd work. Yeah, follow what Panda said. Join my Discord or similar sites and work from there. Yeah, because your stage still it's not a carbon copy, it has its own unique aspects. Keep those and rework the ones that are carbon copies. I already did this stage, Radwane. Perhaps 2? Alright, I'll try something else then. Thirteenth up is True to Looking Glass by Squiggs with 38 plays and a score of 10. I'm only going to be streaming for about 10-15 more minutes, then I'll end it off. Zen, we don't have those level IDs yet. We haven't reached 500,000. I know, Pyrakid, but the way the arena was structured made it more difficult. So essentially, the outside room structure is the same, but the inside changes. Like a twisted mirror. And for some cheese. If I can get the cheese working. You can actually damage them. It's okay if some stages are made for newer players. I wouldn't like it if every stage was on the more difficult side. That's why I have stuff like intro levels. And that explains it. Yeah, it's like the one-screen challenge. Exactly. Well, the idea of 1-3 challenges has already been used several times, so just don't copy the level structure, you can copy the concept. And you also ask for permission, so when you get to the realm of ideas and concepts, stealing doesn't really feel applicable. Or rather, it doesn't feel as problematic. Wasn't I already in here? I swear I went the wrong direction. Oh, yeah, I was already here. I see what I need to do. I need to tunnel out of here. Getting out of this mirror. And now we're in chaos. We're going outside of Looking Glass now. I was kind of hoping for Crystal Man, but this works. Oh. You can never harm me if I stand on this platform though, so it's a lot scarier than it actually looks. Really, is this jump rope? So fun level, Squiggs. I want to save Lipatio stage for tonight, so I'll cover one more stage from the most popular queue. Wait, Zen, you submitted a stage to me, but I think you misspelled it. It was 569844. 884, I mean. So yeah, probably tonight then. This will eventually be played in the future. Ah, Mega Man Triar as well. I probably want to save all these for a level pack in the future. Oh, okay. If that's the one, I'm gonna cover it now and get back to this if I have time. Well, level's not found then. I said that already, Pyrakid. It makes it more difficult to defeat Cutman because of the room structure. And how much she bounces, so that's why. So anyways, I'm gonna end off with this stage. So the 14th and final level of the stream is Glacial Tech Storage by Lenny, with 27 plays and a score of 10. I was just pointing it out, Pyrakid. You may keep it without the buster, but at the very least, put the checkpoint in front of the boss room. That's also why I wanted the charge shot, because if you die, you're sent back to the beginning. Place the checkpoint, and I'm fine without the charge shot. Yeah, according to the server, your stage doesn't exist then, or it wasn't uploaded. The aesthetics here look nice. It does look like a glacial area. Nice introduction to the traps. green pipes with the flashing blue blocks. They work pretty well. Aesthetically, this is one of the prettiest levels in this stream. Recombine the gimmicks together. Just like any good traditional level. I'm honestly saying that this is the best traditional level this episode. Good job, Lenny. I swear there's something down there, but I'm not gonna check. Yeah, it's Lenny, one of the better level designers. I kinda miss Derelict All-Star and another level designer. They did pretty good levels as well. Yeah, you're currently one of the better ones who are still making levels. You, Darkness, Lenny, and one other person. The one who made the Palace series of Weapon Capsule Relay levels. Oops. That was my bad. Gokules. That's the other one. I'd also say Buster too. Although I disagree with some of their level design opinions. He is. I think he's more working on collabs. I'd mark this as being one of my favorite levels of the episode. Good work, Lenny. And my honorable mention would probably be Squiggs' level, the truly treacherous temple of 10 tricky traps and trials. So the next stream will be in about 6 hours and 6 minutes, and I'll be covering more Fierce Mid levels. Well then, thanks for watching, and have a nice day. Doodles!